Okay. I am doing some cliff golems. I killed a couple earlier, took a little break. And figure I'll make another video. There's an Arietta corpse. I should, no, whatever, I don't care. I don't have my junk buffs, including my C-Invis up. So I've been pulling this guy. And one of the issues with doing cliff golems, at least for me in the past, has always been getting a pet that doesn't have ridiculous magic resist. And today is really the first time I've tried using this undead foreman. And just as I say that, I
Fizzle.
get a resist on my mez. Oh my goodness.
Fizzle.
This is gonna be bad. Oh. What? What in the world? I'm just talking about how I've had reasonable success with this undead foreman this morning compared to the other mobs, and then I just get that. He resisted Mez. How many times did he resist my Mez? 3 times. So maybe I've just been running good and the tides are about to turn. Jeez. Okay, run back up. So let's see here. So sometimes I get a Dragoon, and sometimes I don't on the pull. It's really not good if I get a Dragoon on the pull. So I'm by no means an expert at this camp. Okay, so when that guy's over there a ways, so like here, I'm pretty sure we're safe. We can sneak by. Pretty sure I need to redo the haste on this pet. So if I do get a Dragoon ad, I pretty much, the pet can kill it without the Dragoon being slowed, so I try to just kite the Cliff Golem around and let the... Looks like I didn't get a Dragoon. No Dragoon. Slow obviously is important. A charm break before he's slowed probably means I'm dead. Okay. But a charm break after he's slowed usually does not mean I'm dead. So the thing that will kill you on a charm break if the Cliff Golem is slowed is not the Cliff Golem, it's your pet. And so the concern is the pet, not the Cliff Golem. So you want to mez the pet first. So you know, I use mesmerization just so that if I have the Cliff Golem targeted, like I don't have to worry about the target, basically. If I still have the Cliff Golem targeted and I cast mesmerization, it will catch my pet in it, so you don't have to worry about the target. So it's just you know, on a charm break, it's stun, mesmerization. And then I rapture the cliff golem. So rapture is usually not too hard to get off with the pet, or with the cliff golem being slowed. So and it's really important you do it in that order. You mez the pet, and then you rapture the cliff golem. And the reason is your pet needs to. The duration on the mezzes are the same. So whichever one you mez first will come unmezzed first. And that needs to be the mob that comes unmezzed first needs to be your pet. So, so you mez your pet first, then you rapture the cliff golem, and then you blur the cliff golem, so that when your pet starts blasting it again, you don't get summoned. And really, you know, I probably can survive. Oh, okay. Cliff Golem's under 50. One slow is not enough to kill the Cliff Golem usually. So once the Cliff Golem's under 50, I usually try to slow it again. I need to change my. Okay. I need to switch to J Boots as my refresh. And also, I need my macro for the Cliff Golem timer.
Charm break.
Oh, okay, that's good. Stand up. I'm typing in this stupid box. Are you serious? Okay, so that guy's wrapped. Okay, now I'm gonna rapture the Cliff Golem. Good. Okay, Foreman. So I'm gonna survive this freaking charm break while I was typing into that. So now I'm blurring the Cliff Golem. Okay. And so now I'm saying pet attack on the Cliff Golem. And I mean that's basically how it goes. Freaking charm break while I'm trying to type a macro. I got this set up on my laptop. I don't have my. Like, who cares? Like I should not be trying to do a stupid timer while I'm fighting. So with the break, that delayed a bunch of stuff. Do I re-slow? I think I'm just going to play it safe. I'm just going to re-slow. So when it enrages, I'm going to tank it. So basically, when it enrages, anything that hits it from the front gets blasted. And it basically, I think it's kind of immune to damage from the front, maybe even. I'm not totally sure on that. So I tank it so the pet keeps hitting it. I mean, I'd rather. So, okay, no longer enraged. So it's 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay. Loot your torpor. Oh, I got a spell. Breath of Karana. I've gotten a lot of paradots today. I'm not opposed to a peridot. So yeah, so then they respawn fast, which is nice. So I usually just blur the guy and keep him rooted out here. Okay, guard. I made a dark elf way back in the day because of hide. And that was not a good decision. I need root. That was not a good decision, but whatever. It failed. I've got my Goblin Kazuki ring, but whatever. I've got plenty of time to let him blur back
Charm
up
break.
to full life. He's blurred. So then rinse, repeat. Yeah, so most times I've seen enchanters do this. I've seen them take one of those gargoyles that are down there, those named gargoyles, and man, those things every time for me just seem to have ridiculous magic resist. And they're standing right next to each other, so you got to pacify one to split. So it like this undead foreman just, I mean, the fact that you can just run it through. Like, this is the pet to use. The only thing, you know, if somebody wants a hammer or whatever. Is that golden rule still here? He was freaking out about seed last night. He's not here right now. By freaking out, I mean he was very happy to have received clarity. I suppose if they came over to the wall, I could see him through the wall. I don't think you have to have line of sight on him to cast clarity. This might be a good time to make the Cliff Golem timer macro. Definitely not right before a charm break. that's the wrong time to make a macro. Oh, not slow. I forgot to reroute it. Generally, I want to reroute it when the respawn timer's at 3 minutes and 30 seconds or something, so that the pet comes unrooted when it's time to pull. But really, it's not that big of a deal, as long as you don't. So that's one of the weird things about Tash. I don't really understand how this works, but if you Tash the mob, and then if anything slightly aggroes it, it pulls you off you. So if the initial aggro is Tash, then yeah, then anything pulls off of it. But then but Tash is a super high aggro spell, so if something else aggroes it first and then you Tash it, it will be really mad at you for a long time. So, but the thing, so if the pet's rooted, it's fine, because as long as I Tash the Cliff Golem and then I run right over my pet and have the pet on pet attack, then as soon as the golem gets in range, the pet hits it and it will pull off me. I don't understand why that is the way, but it is the way. People have tried to propose some theories for why it works that way, and none of the theories that have ever been proposed to me make any sense. Tash wore off. Probably should retash. If I don't get a charm break, then I definitely make mana back. So if I get too many fights in a row with a charm break, I might start falling behind on mana, but... Okay. It should have popped. I lost my C. I probably want that. And the root is off on my pet, which is probably better than it being on. I guess when the goon comes, I don't understand where it's coming from. I never see it. Yeah, it looks like I got a clean pull again. Bedlam's fading, so that's good. The Dragoons run at so speed too. So the Dragoons are just bad news. Are you serious? Stupid Sarnak. I'm just gonna blur this. I didn't. What? Was he out of range? I'm not used to most camps. I don't swap out the root. But this camp, I swap out root a lot. I mean, if you're fighting a summoner, you don't really need to. In fact, it's probably better to not root it. So if a charm breaks, he summons you. He should be pretty close to where your pet is to catch him, to help catch the pet in the stun. If he's rooted, then the pet runs away. And then Cliff Golem summons you, so the pet's not nearby. So you try stunning, but the pet isn't in range. That's not a good thing. Pet will win this if... Pet's behind right now, but he was getting hit by that Sarnak, and... I don't know if there's a better place to... Well, no, see, that guy, he aggroed when I was running through here. I don't know. To avoid these stupid trash ads. Cliff Golems under 50. Let me re-slow. get out of the way. I don't know why I hit something. I didn't move. And you're dead. And loot your torpor. Hey, lots of Karana today. Karana runes, Karana spells. I don't even really know if it's worth pacifying it, to be honest. So I can blur it from outside of melee range, so... Well, I don't have root up, so this would be the wrong time to hit hide.
Charm break.
He's blurred. Oh, Fetter. So yeah, so far life has been pretty good with this camp has been pretty good with the foreman instead of using one of those gargoyles. I've also used that spectral, whatever that guy, that monk guy. And I like the foreman better, even though he resisted my nest 3 times in a row when I started this. So I'll reroute at 3:30 or so on the respawn timer so that it will be ready to go when the mob spawns. Plat, that spell I got was. That's pretty good. It's in the ballpark that I'm looking for. Really, I'm people usually are, they talk about the torpor lottery ticket when you do the cliff golems. That's kind of what I'm hoping to hit, because my friend is over 50% through 59 on a shaman. And if my friend has a torpor shaman, we will be able to do some cool stuff. So I'm kind of hoping to bank a scroll, but also, whatever. It's fun. It's a fun camp. It's less fun when you get Dragoon ads. Because if you get a Dragoon ad, you really... So the pet can kill a Dragoon without help, really. As in, without slowing it, but yeah, it's kind of a But a charm break, if I'm kiting a cliff golem and the pet breaks while it's fighting the dragoon, it's not a good thing. Because I don't outrun the dragoons with J boots on. They outrun me. They catch me, and they're beasts. They're tough mobs. Splendor. That seems like a spell I should keep up.
Respawn in 1 minute.
I should have Umbra on, honestly. I usually don't put Umbra up for some reason. I don't, but... He's about to come unrooted. Maybe should have messed him. I can't charm myself. Oh, I attached myself. I did not realize. Yeah, he came on. He came undone there. Okay. Oh, the next one's about to spawn. Pop. Looks like a clean pull. Indeed. Nice. I very rarely have a single target mez memmed. Obviously, I have Rapture memmed when I'm fighting a Cliff Golem. But I see lots of enchanters try to use single target mezzes, and I don't see the reason. Like, so really one of the only times I want to do a single target mez over a AoE mez is if there are, like, if I've got two things next to each other and one's pacified and I want to mez the other one. And it would catch it, and I don't want it to get caught in the mez. That's pretty rare, though. So that's like a situation where I'm swapping the spell in. But like yeah, like having a single target mez for the Undead Foreman for your pet, it would be a bad idea, I think. My pet is not winning this fight. Why is it not winning this fight? Is it haste fade? Shouldn't have. I slow landed right away. I don't really understand why the pet's not doing better. But AoE Mez is just such a ridiculously good spell. 70 mana level 16. might go to tank the enraged. Pet should have plenty of life when the golem drops. But I need to be ready because there's not a ton of room for error. Those enrages really will drop your pet fast if you don't spin the mob around. Enrage. Oh. Alright. No piranhas.
Charm break.
Range. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and redo my Gift of Brilliance. That's a lot of mana, and I'm back up to full, and it's probably about to fade. I probably should have timers on my buffs. But that's the thing about Gina, right? Is I cast the buff on a different computer. And then I logged out and came to this computer. Gina doesn't know this computer doesn't know when I cast a buff because it would have been in the log file of the other computer, so. Pretty exciting. Sit on your butt for 6.5 minutes and do it again. Of course, on YouTube, you can just fast forward between the pulls. Of course, I could edit out the downtime, but I'm far too lazy for that. I think this is. So I'm in this dungeon homies guild. Who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. I just joined this guild. Actually maybe it is. I think this is my friend Mug. Oh no! Don't go away. What just faded on me? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I joined this guild. So basically, this guy's Shadow Knight I see a lot in Chardock. Let's see here. I've never been gilded. What did I lose? I lost my shield spell. Suppose we should have that one up. Yeah, so I've never really been gilded. I got some of the drops for my epic with Lighthouse, but most of it I soloed or duoed, or occasionally I had help with. I guess there was a trio. I think I'll probably shoot a video of showing some of the ways I did some of the parts for the epic. Some of the things that you can solo. Obviously, I already did the Prince video. But yeah, I did the Ghost. I had a pretty good strategy for soloing the Ghost. There's an easy way. It's kind of easy to pull the Ghost with crit resist. So the Ghost of Kindle in the hole. Yeah. Anyway, blah blah blah. But for the most part, I haven't really been in a guild. I don't think I've ever been in a guild on this character. I just prefer to solo. I prefer to just log on and do stuff. And so yeah, so I see this guy's Shadow Knight in Chardark a lot.
Respawn in 1 minute.
And he, it's like, hey, I've got this guild for a bunch of my alts. Like, it's just a cool tag. Do you want it? I'm like, all right, I'll take it. So I never see anybody. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in the guild, like, while I've been on. Probably should, I don't know how fresh my bedlam is, but whatever at this point in time. Oh, there's a goon. Hi, maybe that. Yeah, there goes my bedlam. Okay, so this guy's about to pop. These dragons do seem to have like a crazy assist radius. There's the pop. I think I'm safe. We shall see. It looks like I got a clean pull again. Is my pet on the right? Okay, he's on the right side of the... Okay. Go. Yeah, his Shadow Knight is very impressive. He solos all kinds of stuff. It's really crazy. Like, I've never seen a Shadow Knight do the stuff that he does. Like, doesn't need it, but I'm full mana, so it's like whatever, might as well. This is by far the best I've ever done on a Cliff Golem camp. I usually die a lot. Again, the stupid pets break. Those gargoyles seem to break all the time. Okay. I've only had one charm break, really. Oh, what's up, Rhino? That's just barely, well, yeah, it's just barely ahead. But again, I will tank the Enrage. Pet shouldn't have a problem winning. I think I will just throw a Bedlam on him, though. Oops. A Jasper. Hell yeah. Let's go. I'm going to definitely cast a Rune 3 with that. Let's pull it further away because it tries to path back through the wall. If it breaks early.
Charm break.
The other side, there's a Cliff Golem on the other side. That one, there's a stationary Dragoon there that I think just pulls all the time. And I don't know. It probably is possible to pacify that Dragoon, but it takes... I just get nothing but resist usually. And again, a crit resist is death. So I was thinking, I do have kind of a low-level druid on this account. I don't know. I don't think the range on it, it's very big, though. That's the problem. But, like, could I harmony the Dragoon on my druid and then switch to my Enchanter to pull? But it's just so... I mean, if I can get this Golem... I don't know. I just get antsy. I'm sitting on full life. Full mana. just too impatient. Start thinking about maybe I should go pull that other one. It's like, no, that's clearly a that's clearly a terrible idea. Oops. Let's redo our C. See how long's this terrible video. Yeah, I'll do one more. I'll stop recording, and if I get something good to drop, I'll turn it on, and then I'll actually try to do some editing and merge them or something. But I need to reroute. So, what's up? So that's the thing about Chardock, right? So I could like Chardock if you're only doing well, but this is really kind of like doing 3 names in Chardock. I mean, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm killing them. Yeah, I don't know how long does it take me to kill him. I'm not totally sure. Chardock respawn is 20 minutes usually for most camps. And if I'm just constantly grinding, I'm killing 3 at a time. That camp, you use Dictate. Dictate is just a ton of mana. And so I'm like always meting up. So then I feel like I'm doing something. There's something about just sitting here
Respawn in 1 minute.
Full health, full mana that annoys me. But it's all good. I just need to be patient, which is something that's not ever going to happen. Make sure we're not going to get smashed by a Dragoon from behind. I wonder if it does have to do with the...
break.
Okay. He's still rooted. But not for long. So I am going to mez it. Yeah, there the root just broke. Alright. Now I should have a pop. I'm sure the mez will fade by the time I get it pulled over there. No Dragoon. again, this. I mean, I get blasted pretty hard on these charm breaks, but it really just feels like I'll survive them a pretty high percentage of the time. Like that last one, I was so slow to react because every time I tried to hit my, hit a key, I was typing in the chat box in that macro thing. And even then, I still was, over 50% live. I've always, yeah, most enchant like the conventional wisdom is to gear for hit points on Enchanter, and I mean, I play with a very different play style than most people do, but for me, I just disagree with that. I mean, again, it's probably mostly due to a difference in play style. But for me, I gear for hit point or for mana entirely. When I die, it's because yeah, like a charm break when a named isn't slowed. It doesn't matter how many hit points you have, you're dead. And the other time I die, and again, it's maybe because of my play style, is because I run out of mana. I don't have enough mana to re-rune myself. That's really the other thing. So, and then in most situations, on a charm break, there's a reasonable chance that
Charm break.
Oh, here's one. Okay, got so Rapture. Okay. So see, I'm at 95% health. Like I just barely got through my Bedlam and Rune. So I blur him and send pet attack. Okay, I do have Bedlam up, so that's good. Okay, I don't think I ever got this guy slowed again, so really I need to slow. Okay, good. I should have swapped that into one. If I slot, because I don't need slow anymore. So we should be good. Actually, I should just keep that up. No reason to take it out, really. See, now I'm down to 50% mana, though, after that, right? So that... I mean, that was a lot of mana that I just spent to do all that. Oh, of course, that included a slow. So normally, that's maybe not tied to the charm break. Like, what's tied to the charm break is the stun, the mez, the rapture. The rapture is expensive. 425. That was the most expensive spell. Of course, the second charm cast. That's kind of expensive. So like dealing with charm breaks, then the Bedlam and the Rune. Dealing with charm breaks is expensive in mana, but if you have enough mana to do it, then it's like I'm sitting at full life. I just, I just don't really see the reason to gear for hit points on an Enchanter. Again, but I don't do raids and stuff, so like I don't play the way that a lot of people play. But for this type of stuff, just give me all the mana. Luchi Torport. 7 plat. Okay, so I'm probably just gonna stop recording because it's just gonna be very repetitive and
Charm break.
okay, yeah. So I'm gonna stop now. If I come back, it's because I got a good drop. So this is probably it. Happy Friday.